Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. How one song cemented Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton's unbreakable bond. In the early days of their unexpected love story, long before vows were exchanged beneath the Oklahoma sky, Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton found themselves caught between heartbreak and healing. Both were emerging from the ashes of public divorces. Both were judges on The Voice, trying to stay composed under bright lights and even brighter scrutiny. But one thing neither of them expected was that a song, just a few shared lyrics sent through text messages, would become the cornerstone of their connection. It wasn't a record label deal. It wasn't a studio session orchestrated by managers. It was personal, intimate, raw. And according to Gwen Stefani herself, it was the moment everything changed. It wasn't supposed to happen like that. Gwen confessed during a recent interview, sitting cross-legged on a couch with her trademark red lips softened into a nostalgic smile. He sent me part of a song, just a verse, and it kind of broke my heart. That verse would become the backbone of Go Ahead and Break My Heart, the couple's first co-written duet. It was Blake Shelton's tentative invitation into a space that neither of them had dared enter before, one of vulnerability, artistry, and unexpected trust. I remember staring at my phone thinking, what is this? It wasn't just a song. It was a message, a moment. I dare to feel again, Gwen said. And so she wrote back, not in words, but in melody, a second verse, a response, a risk. Healing in harmony. To understand the weight of that song, you have to rewind to where they both were emotionally. Shelton had just finalized his divorce from fellow country singer Miranda Lambert, while Stefani was reeling from the collapse of her marriage to Gavin Rossdale, a union that had spanned nearly 13 years and 3 children. There's something about writing music when you're in pain, Gwen explained. It's the only way I know how to deal with life when it breaks you. Blake, more known for his boots and ballads than emotional ballads, found in Gwen a partner who understood that language perfectly. It's like we were speaking the same language, even though we came from completely different worlds, Shelton once said. Go Ahead and Break My Heart isn't just a love song. It's a mirror, a record of hesitation and hope coexisting in the same breath. From studio to stage, when the song was eventually released in 2016 as part of Blake's album If I'm Honest, fans were taken aback, not by its quality, but by its honesty. It wasn't glossy. It wasn't overly produced. It was simple and sincere. Their live performance of the track at the Billboard Music Awards only deepened the public's fascination. On that stage, Gwen and Blake weren't just singing. They were communicating in real time. 2 artists navigating new love with millions of eyes watching. There's nothing quite like singing something that was born from your own story, especially when you're standing next to the person who helped you write it, Gwen said. More than just music. The relationship that began with a song evolved into something more layered, more grounded. Gwen, a California ska-punk princess, and Blake, a country boy from Oklahoma, built a life that honored both of their worlds. We had no reason to work, Gwen laughed in a later interview. Different music, different lifestyles, different everything. But somehow it just fit. In 2021, they married at Blake's ranch in Tishomingo, Oklahoma, in a private ceremony attended by close family and friends. But even before the wedding bells, their love was already solidified, in music, in trust, in shared verses. Collaborating through the years, that first song was only the beginning. Over the next few years, the couple would go on to release multiple duets, each one echoing the evolution of their relationship. Nobody But You, Happy Anywhere, and most recently Purple Irises aren't just songs, they're mile markers in their journey. When we write together, we're not trying to create a hit, Gwen said. We're just trying to tell the truth. And audiences have responded. The songs resonate not just because of their catchy melodies, but because they feel real, honest, grounded in something deeply human. The relationship behind the lyrics. What makes their story particularly compelling is that, at its core, it's not about celebrity. it's not about fame or red carpets. It's about two people who met at a time when they were both deeply wounded and who found in each other a kind of unexpected salvation. Known for his sardonic wit and southern charm, has publicly credited Gwen with changing his life. "She saved my life," he said in a People interview. "She was like a light that showed up when everything felt dark." And for Gwen, who described herself as shattered during the period following her divorce, Blake was a grounding force. "He doesn't try to be anything other than who he is. He's the same guy at home that you see on TV," she said. That authenticity is perhaps why their music feels so personal, because it is. Music as memoir. Go Ahead and Break My Heart wasn't just the first song they wrote together. It was a kind of emotional blueprint, a testimony to the risks they were both willing to take. "We weren't sure if we were going to make it," Gwen admitted. "We were both scared. But writing that song forced us to open up, to be honest. And once you cross that line, there's no going back." What's next? Now, several years into their marriage, the couple continues to balance careers, family life, and the occasional duet. Gwen splits her time between music, fashion, and motherhood, while Blake recently stepped back from The Voice to focus on his family and personal projects. "We just want to live a normal life," Gwen said. "Music will always be a part of that, but our relationship comes first." Still, fans continue to hope for another musical collaboration, and if history is any indication, their best songs may still be ahead. Closing thoughts. In the end, Go Ahead and Break My Heart wasn't just a song. It was a spark, a question, a confession. And for Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton, it was the beginning of something far greater than either of them could have predicted. It was the moment they stopped being solo artists and started writing a duet that would become the soundtrack of their lives. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.